Alright, and here we have the VFB board. VFB 1000. That is the video frame buffer, is what that stands for. And it also handles all the input and output, you know, the buttons and whatnot. You got your power input. And I got all of the RAM spots ready for sockets. I'll make sure that's good and clean before I put the sockets in. And we've cleaned up where that fuzzy stuff was. Just a light sanding to remove it. And that it looks like we got a couple of repairs to do there, maybe. Yeah. It's all good. That fuzzy stuff kind of ate those pads up. Yeah. Ate a couple of the pads up. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Yeah, we'll make sure it's all good. Cool. Alright, so I'll go ahead and populate this and take some pictures and make sure everything's beeped out good. Okay, and the resocketing is done. Got nice new dual wiper sockets in the board here. All these sockets are replaced that I had removed. The few decoupling caps that I had pulled replaced. I reflowed all of the big headers. And yeah. Whoops. Yeah. Looking good. Yeah. 'Tis looking good. I'm just going to do a quick beep out of these. What are you doing? What you doing? Look who has come to hang out. Hi, Boo-Boo. What you doing? Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to grab the beeper, and remember I took pictures of everything, so I just want to make sure that the ones that were broken and a little questionable, make sure that those are good traces. So see if I have to make any repairs or quick little jumps. Be right back. Okay, so we are back together. And just one last check. Everything looks to be in properly. Got our board put together here, all new RAM in it. And I tested these, and these 181s were good, and I put new chips in the sockets here. And I beeped this stuff all out and it was good to go. So we are all hooked up and ready to see if we get anything. We're going to watch for flashes. I do not have sound hooked up. So we're just going to be watching for flashes and hopefully that thing flashes. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3. It's flashing. And it stopped at the RAM test. So let's hit reset. 1, 2, 3. That's the RAM check. And it does not advance the RAM check. So there's something going on this board. But that's good. That tells us this board works. There's just there's an issue on this board. So we'll look into that. We know our RAM is all good. I got them in all the right way, right? Yeah. Yeah, they're all in the right way. Those are in the right way, right? Yep. Yeah, okay, so we just have an issue on this board right here. Hopefully it's not one of these cables. Yeah, we've got an issue on, we'll get into these RAM. That's what it's looking like. Okay, cool. So, well, we'll start looking into this. I'm sure that's the 1, 2. This is the RAM check. One flash, 2 flashes, 3 flashes. And it does not advance on the 4th flash. 1 flash, 2 flash, 3 flash. Yep, that is the RAM check. So, okay. I am going to just start probing around on this stuff. Actually, I can actually put the Fluke on this thing and read down into these RAMs. So I think that's what I'll do. So next is some Fluke action, but that's good news. We got this board. This board is working because I know the first test, I believe, is either ROM or this RAM. It's either the first or the second test. The fact that it's actually flashing and advancing the tests means that the ROM's good and that RAM is good. So this board seems to be working fine. So excellent. We'll move on. Someone has decided to sleep on the board set. It's probably the heat that those RAMs are generating that's got her digging it. But I got the Fluke on this thing, and I went through, and I forgot I have this manual, and I got all of the information wrote down in it. The RAM ranges and all that good stuff. So I went through all of the ROMs, no problem. No problem at all, and I can't do anything with RAM. And curiously enough, I can't do anything with the scratch RAM. It'll give me a decoding error, bit 9. Beep. Decoding bit 9. So, yeah. Yeah, so address bit 9 is goofy. It keeps telling me address bit 9 is goofy on there. So I'll have to investigate that with those two RAMs. And if I try to do RAM on the RAM board, which video RAM, it's 4000 to 5 FFF. That, I think, is this board, actually. This one, I believe, is the 6000 maybe. I think, nope. The color RAM. color RAM is that's this one. So either 4000 5 FFF, I automatically get FF. And then I can also, should also be able to do 6000 to 7 FFF, and it's FF. So I got no RAM access at all. So we're going to have to do a little investigation. First thing I want to do is fix this decoding bit 9 error up here. Find out what is going on there. So I'll have to get the scope out and start probing around. And I'm going to get the schematic too and find out. I bet you the address goes through a buffer to get to these, but not to these. Not to the RAM, not to the ROM. Maybe that's not how it works, but I want to check it out and see how the addressing is done on this, and hopefully that'll shed some light on what's going on. So we'll check it out. Goodness. All right, I remember looking at the schematic now. Remember, it was giving me bit 9 was messed up. Address bit 9. Address bit 9 is this guy. I need to connect W11 because that's I have an equivalent 2114 in right now. So I want address bit 9 to actually go through to address bit 9, pin 7. See, this is a 2114 right here. And I have the equivalent of a 2114 in the board. Remember, the one that was in it was no good. And heck, it might have actually been good. It's a different type of chip. Because this is wired for a different type of... It's wired for a 6513L. So yeah, it's just wired for a different type of chip. So it probably was a good chip, but whatever. So I'm going to swap these. I'm going to do W11. So right there, W11 is what I need to jump and then just cut W5 out. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to jump that and cut that, and this should work. And that should fix that problem anyway. Okay, and I did my long RAM test on those after I swapped that wire 11 or W11 whatever, and my RAM long is now good. So now that is good. And this cat still will just not stay off of here. So let's go ahead. Now that wouldn't pass before, I wonder, let me just run this thing. And let's reset. Oh. Still not working. See what you did, boo-boo? You're stepping on those dip switches, you messed it up. Okay. So it's still not advancing this. Come on. Come on. All right. I'll be right back. We're going to have to start working on the RAM board. Do not want... Oh, this cat, I swear. No, you're not hurting anything, but you're a little bit in the way. Just a little bit in the way. Look at that face. Cannot get upset at that face. Right, Boo-Boo? You are not helping. Boo-Boo? Boo-Boo, you are not helping. Alrighty, so I guess the next thing to do is to start looking at this, and we're still probably not doing anything here. RAM 8000. This is color RAM. This is color RAM, and this will probably give me a decoding error. It had been. Bit 7 is what it was telling me before. Yep, same thing. And then I'll try a RAM at 4000 to 5 FFF and all bits right off the bat. And I loop it, it doesn't give me funkiness, it's just solid FF. There is absolutely no getting through to those RAM. So, yeah. Alright, well, we'll have to figure that one out. And that'll be next.